Hi, I'm Jake Burkett from Grey Alien Games, and I'm an indie game developer. I actually work at home with my wife. I'm a literal bedroom coder, as you can see, and she has another room in the house. I've been coding since the 8 and 16-bit days in the 80s and 90s on a whole load of things. Then I did business software for 9 years, and I went indie in 2005. And I made a bunch of games, most of which are what you would call casual downloadable games for PC and Mac. And those games are things like match 3 games with a theme and solitaire games. And my last 2 games came out on Steam, and they were solitaire combat games, which is a sort of unique thing that no one had ever done before. They are Ancient Enemy and Shadow Hand. We also made another game called Regency Solitaire, which is quite popular. So have a look at those. I work at home in my bedroom on my PC. It's our old PC from 2016, but I've upgraded things like the RAM and the SSD drive. So I've also got 3 screens. I've got one in the middle and the other 2 are vertical. And that really helps with sort of looking at debug logs or, documents that I might be needing to scroll up and down. I've also got an ergonomic setup, so I've got a motorized standing desk, which I can raise up for a bit of standing and then put back down when I get tired again. I've got a nice chair, an ergonomic sort of keyboard and setup. I think all that stuff's really important, especially as you get older and you don't want aches and pains whilst you're working. So for most of my commercial games, I've used a tool called Blitz Max, which no one's heard of, but it's like an object-oriented language that sits on top of C++ libraries. Most recently, though, I switched to Unity, and I used that last year for a city builder. And I'm enjoying Unity in C# actually, and I will be making more things in it. So that's, one of my main tools. Other things I use are stuff like Photoshop. I mean, I'm not actually making art for my games, but when I get artists to make art, I need to sort of tweak it and edit it and stuff like that. So Photoshop's pretty essential. I use Excel for game design documents, and all the sort of number twiddling stuff. If I have to do sort of anything shared, I use Google Drive and use a Google Sheet or a Google Doc. But I like to keep a lot of stuff local if it's just me using it, because it's just faster to access and load up. So for example, I keep all my to-do lists in Notepad++, and that's really easy to just open them up and add things and edit them. Though I do use Trello for team-based tasks, so for anyone else that I need to manage and check in how they're doing and stuff. I also use Audacity for sound effects editing. I often get free sound effects from freesound.org and then edit them myself. And I have used Slack as a sort of team communication thing. The thing is, I don't really like having distractions. So I'm more likely to just check in on Slack when I need to and then close it down again. Same with emails. I only check them sort of in the mornings, maybe in the afternoon, but I don't have those tools open all the time. Certainly don't have my mobile pinging me with notifications. Otherwise, I just get nothing done, because coding needs a lot of focus. You can't be distracted by every little thing. I mean, there's already enough distractions with family kicking around the house or lawnmowers outside. I don't really need more. In terms of my business strategy, I have eggs in many baskets. So I've got games on Steam, on the casual download sites. I've got something coming to console. I've got stuff on Epic, itch.io. We've got a Patreon, and my wife also does writing work. So we do have money sources coming in from various different areas. So if one of them failed, it wouldn't be a disaster. We would, hopefully be able to replace it with another one or boost the other ones. The other thing is I prefer making my own IP. That means my own games, which, we're in complete control of, but I have done contract work, or I've done stuff like got funding from grants or publishers or investors to make games, and they take a cut of the revenue. But that's okay. Sometimes you need to do that sort of thing, and actually they can be really good people to work with. So why am I indie? Well, I'm my own boss. I set my own hours. I work on my own projects, so it's pretty cool. But I do need to, constantly keep myself motivated, organized and stuff like that. And it's not always easy. Sometimes, I can struggle with that. Also, I'm isolated working at home, but actually I don't really mind that. I've got loads of online friends and I've been chatting to people with Zoom. I sometimes go out and meet friends for lunch, well, when there's no pandemic. And I have in the past, of course, gone to game development sort of conferences and things, and they're quite nice to meet people. So overall, I've been indie for 16 years now, and I love it. It's really good. It's given me a really nice sort of life work balance. But it's tough. It's not easy. There are many challenges, and I don't recommend people jump into it without at least trying to make a few games whilst they've got a steady job or income of some kind, and then build up from there and see if it's really for them. Anyway, that's me. Thank you very much. Bye.